Hello everyone. In this video I will show you how to defend early queen attacks in chess. Queen attacks aren't normally used. I mean, bringing your queen out too early in the game isn't very good, but sometimes your opponent can give some threats in it. So I'm going to show you how to defend those early queen attacks. So imagine white just plays e4. Just turn off the analysis for a second. And then black replies with e5. Just the normal standard first move, just controlling the center here. And then white will do, imagine if white does queen to h5. Now this isn't a common move. As you can see, white is minus 0.3, means that it has a slight disadvantage. But doesn't matter, as the white still has some threats. It's threatening the e5 pawn and it's threatening the f7 pawn. So the best move for black is to go knight to c6, protecting the e5 pawn, of course. If you just go g6 to just try and kick out the queen, well, obviously that would be a mistake, because then the queen will just take on e8, and then once you block it, just grabs the rook. So the best move is to go knight to c6, protecting the pawn. And now white's most common move would probably go bishop c4. Now white is threatening a checkmate called the scholar's mate, where it's the queen and the bishop are attacking the f7 square to checkmate the black king. And obviously the f pawn is the weakest pawn, and it's defended solely by the king. So it's recommended not to move your f pawn too early in the game as well. So then black's best move would be g6 to block that checkmate. And then if white goes back with his queen threatening checkmate once more, then you can just develop your pieces as black. And as you can see, black has his two knights out and white has his queen out early in the game. As you can see, white has a slight disadvantage. Now, imagine if black goes g4. This is because he wants to go g5 maybe. So let's say black just develops his pieces, go bishop c5. Then white can go g5, attacking the knight. And now if you move the knight, then white will just take on f7 with checkmate. So this is how to defend the g4 move. So there are different ways to do it. You could go so if they do g4, you could go g5. That's one way, blocking the pawn from dropping down. Or you could go h6, so the pawn can't go, because then you'll just take. And then there will be an open h file for the rook to go. So yeah. And now, if black just goes bishop to c5, developing his pieces, then imagine black just goes knight to c3. Then black has some threats for white here. Black could go knight to d4, having a strong knight in the center, at the same time as attacking the queen. Black wouldn't have many options. Black can't go to e3, because then it's just a fork, and then white has lost the queen. And yeah, the queen could go here, attacking the pawn again, but black could just develop at the same time as defending, and then hopefully castle at one point. So that is how you can defend basic queen attacks in chess. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe and share if you can, and thank you very much.